Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so today I'm being called to do a little bit of a different reading, kind of feeling a rift in the energy from yesterday, talking about all of the dynamics, the energetics that came up. So having a little bit of a moment trying to figure out how to navigate this reading, but I believe we're just going to pull a theme from the divine and just ask to be shown what it is that needs to be looked at on the energetic, the emotional, the mental, and physical levels for the twins right now. I'm going to shuffle some cards for the feminines, for the masculines, some connection space, and go into particular topic here. So what is it, Divine Creator? Ooh! that we are meant to see at this time. Stuff on the floor. Wow. Shady behavior and finally seeing the light, because our future manifestations depend on it. So the divine is really asking us to look at the basics of manifestation, and what you put out there is what you get. Do you want karmic things or do you want truth? And that's the message I'm getting here. So the divine really wants us to look at any of the secrets, bring those to light, be full heart-centered, fully transparent and alive, not in this secret energy. Okay, so let's shuffle some cards for the feminines. Thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest and most beneficial information coming through for the amazing twins that join me here. What is it we can see regarding this theme of transparency and basing our future manifestations on transparency? What can we see for the feminines? Emotionally, mentally, and physically? How is that playing out? And what is it we can see for the masculines? What can we see for the masculines on the emotional, mental, and physical realm levels? 2 more shuffles. A card just fell out of the deck that says, "Have I lost everything?" So there might be some underlying fear. Have I lost everything? Just fell out of the middle of the Hermit deck sitting there. Okay, just shuffling the clarifiers. Doing this on camera-ish. What is it we can see for the connection space, the union space, the unifying space with the twins here? Okay, now that I've got them all shuffled, we should be able to pull the cards easily. So let's get 2 cards for the feminine. Oh, this is the masculine. Sorry, I'm gonna switch these around because I intended to do feminine on that side and masculine over here. So for the feminine, on the emotional level, we have kindness and this card of not wanting to put up with certain things emotionally, wanting to walk away, but wanting to be sure. So there's a sense of kindness. If the kindness isn't there, the feminines are on the fence with walking away. This is genuine connection. Emotionally, the feminines are really taking a good, honest look at what these connections are offering, where they are valid, where they're maybe not high functioning in a way that is emotionally supportive for the feminines. Feminines, you're knowing your worth. You're not completely gone, but you're out because there doesn't seem to be reciprocity, kindness. With the rainbow in the reverse, it can mean that the hope has diminished a little. For the masculines on the emotional level, we have this burden card and public victory. This can be ego. This Six of Wands can be shows of valor for public acknowledgement. It's giving me the feeling of a little bit of escapism here, that the masculines are caught up too much in the appearances and maybe not working as hard as they could to clean up karmic burden. So let's see what we get in the emotional space. Wow, the Emperor. This is an interesting energy because this is a very noble energy. The feminines are functioning with this nobility and knowing their worth, knowing that they don't want to keep investing in something that just is not producing fruit. And I'm hearing that the masculines believe that they are really doing everything they can to muster their composure and create the new them. I'm feeling varying degrees of this. So some of them are still masculine, some of you are more evolved, likely the ones watching this. You're starting to figure out that you can let go of the burden, that there are things that you can do that will be emotionally fulfilling. But this can also be a little bit of a control dynamic and wanting things to be a certain way, possibly appear more emotionally stable or evolved than is warranted, controlling, wanting to give the appearance of having figured it all out by now. But there's a disconnect here, so wow, I just heard some are barely holding it together. Okay, so on the conscious mind, what are we getting for the feminines? Wow, the World and the Sun. So divine feminines, you really have seen it all. You have absolutely seen the ways of the world. This is profound enlightenment. This is on your conscious mind. You are well aware of dynamics and energies and truth. You are transcending, you're enlightened. You are rising above the world. You found the key to true joy. This is profound hope and assurance. This is the most positive card you can possibly get in the deck. You are embodying. You're focused on you. Your priorities are correct. And mentally you are overcoming. You're doing so well, feminines. That is amazing energy. For the masculines, we have a tower about autonomy, a tower about sovereignty, a tower about freedom. So the masculines are experiencing some sort of a aha moment that is really impressing upon them that they're not as free as they've been telling themselves. They're not as victorious yet as they would like to be. This is an interesting tender energy. I'm actually feeling this tower quite heavily because for some, the masculines don't want you to be single, feminines. But for some, they're just getting really, really impatient with not being able to finalize certain things and trying to keep this brave face going, trying to keep it all under control, trying to keep the floodgates of emotion back. This is a real martyr energy. The wands like this, it gives me a crusaders kind of frequency of fighting the good fight, but needing to go it alone. That facade is crumbling here. There are cracks showing, masculines. There are some faulty emotional cracks showing, And mentally you're seeing that you're not as free as you're wanting to be right now. The moon, another major arcana. We get the sun and the moon here. And the moon, there are deep, deep subconscious things coming up. This is also divine feminine energy. So masculines, you're starting to face your shadow. You're starting to really look at the depths. Actually, you know, I'm getting this composure, this emotional stoicism, fake it till you make it kind of energy is really protectionary, because without that emotional equilibrium, you can't go into these depths objectively. So masculines, you're really going deep. I can feel it. I can feel the masculines changing their mindset on certain held beliefs about the connection today. I was in tears about it with some of the telepathic communication. I actually felt my divine masculine coming towards me energetically. And usually even in the energetic realms, I've been the one to initiate with him. And so I've actually found this exploration, his inquisition into the nature of what's actually going on here. And so this is earth-shattering motion right now. You know, both twins are truly wanting to know, wanting to see, wanting to get to the bottom of, wanting to surrender, wanting to purge, wanting to be clear, wanting to manifest the most positive futures. This does feel, you know, I said earlier in a private reading that it feels like the cosmic calibrator, the astrology, the moon cycles, specifically that new moon in Cancer. Feels like it's digging in like a deep tissue massage right now. It's like it's worked us all into a relaxation. The superficial is all gone, and now it's like really digging in. And I see that in the masculines on the conscious mind, and the feminines holding this enlightenment, holding the light, being the light, so that the masculines can really go into this consciously right now. Deep, deep energetic work. Okay, in the physical realm for the divine feminines, we have the Hangman and the Ace of Coins. So the Hanged Man, you know, this is, you've learned a thing or two about what you want in the physical, and it's time to take action is what I'm getting there, feminines. So many of you will be seeing new business opportunities, new professions, advancement, taking action and taking something to the next level, promotions. For the masculines, we're getting the Fool, and wow, this is my card of temptation, gluttony, wishes. This is the Nine of Cups, and it can represent worldly pursuits. It can represent going for things that maybe are more lustful short term. It's in the reverse. So masculines, some are quitting drinking. Wow, and that could be bringing some of this clarity and showing them through this facade, lack of transparency on the emotional level, lying to themselves. Masculines, it looks like you are vowing to overcome addiction, to overcome temptation, to let go of that. There seems to be a recognition of subconscious drivers on the conscious mind, and a desire to leave those things in the past. The Connective card, Eight of Fire. Here's that telepathic communication. This is my energetic communication card. I just heard the word apologies. So feminines, you are starting a new beginning in the physical. You are activated. Your masculine can feel you leaving them behind energetically, and they're wanting to catch up. They're wanting to leap away from these things that have been coming between. Wow. And they are kind of facing into this connection on my table, but this is the energetic realm, the telepathic realm. Interesting. So let's see what the masculines would say to the feminines today. What are these telepathic messages? You make me want to do bad things, and I would do anything for you. In the reverse. This is a devil energy card that's much like this Nine of Cups. This is talking about repression and not wanting to succumb to temptation and repressed actions anymore. Just feeling that the masculines have been acting out because they don't know how to access the feminine's vibe and not knowing how to get inside. So there's a recognition that there's been some undercurrent and omission a little bit here. What else can we get, masculines? What else could you say to your divine feminines? Gossip only hurts more. I heard I've been protecting you. It looks like a lot of things on the surface, but I assure you I love you. And even though some of the things have been shadow, some of the things have been disintegrated, some of the things have not been authentic, I have been protecting you. Okay. So, feminines, what would you say to your divine masculines today? Wow, so many. Light in the reverse. I heard craving the light, wanting to see the light, wanting to let the light in, wanting things to be transparent. I'm sorry. Sometimes I wonder if you care. So I have picked up on a little bit telepathically, curiosity about this. And if I'm completely transparent, the telepathic communication that I've received is about why I haven't defended this connection, why I haven't reacted and said how much attraction I've felt when my DM has said that he doesn't see there being enough attraction in the connection. Telepathically, he asked me today, why didn't you defend yourself? Why didn't you say that you have attraction? And I simply answered, because it's a given. It's something that I'm so sure of, I forgot. And you were asserting that you didn't feel the attraction. So I didn't contest that. That's your valid opinion. My life started when I met you. So divine feminines are reminding the masculines their life didn't start when they met you. Your divine feminine will be okay, but a new level of life did start. You are so fundamental in the feminine's realities, in their spiritual journey. You are so sacred to the feminines. Their life will go on, but it would never be the same. You have so many choices and options in the reverse. The feminines are saying to you, divine masculines, yes, there's eye candy. There are so many different connections, but there's only one DF for you. There's only one divine feminine that's your perfect match. And your divine feminine knows you. I just heard knows you from a mile away, knows you from space. Oh, knows you from your heart, from your soul. And then I want you and I know you from somewhere. Yeah, from all those places. And I want you. But feminines are not chasing anymore. Feminines are not going to tell you this stuff. Divine masculines, until it's appropriate, until you're on the same page. Oh, it's a little tender, a little bit tender. Let's get a Starseed card for the masculines. Oh, there's the moon again. Lunar progressor, emotional equilibrium and compassionate non-attachment. Didn't this come out yesterday? So emotional equilibrium is found when there is transparency with self and then with other as appropriate. So masculines come into emotional equilibrium by not deluding yourself, not holding an unrealistic or false construct. Base your foundations on solid ground. And for the feminines, Andromeda and Stargate, invention, innovation, and scientific pursuits. Yeah, feminines, it is time to put this into practical application.